Alright. Some blow up. Trying to keep that weight up, you know what I mean? Stop playing with your boy. Y'all can see a nigga not looking too bad, but I feel like I look a lot better. So that's what I'm going after. I figured while I eat this food, because I didn't plan on making no video, but I did plan on making some videos. I just didn't know what. See, I ain't posted in 10 days. What the fuck? The video that I posted today was just, you know what I mean? Just me working out, showing out, let y'all know what was happening, you know what I mean? With the household, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all with a little story time, you know what I mean? I might as well. If y'all fuck with your boy, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like, share, drop a comment. Make sure y'all turn on the notifications too. That's very important, you know what I mean? Excuse me. This shit good as fuck, I ain't gonna lie. What story time am I gonna do? One of the worst times of my life, actually. Getting shot. If y'all didn't know, I actually did a video on this, y'all, a long time ago. Like over a year or two ago. But I just feel like I should do it again. It's a lot of y'all who on this channel who wasn't on the channel then, who don't really bother to go back and look at the video. So for those who didn't know, I'm gonna bring y'all those quick little story time, you know what I mean? They wanna know that chest is looking fuller than a motherfucker, Ace. Stop playing with your boy. I like that though, but it's looking pretty, you know what I mean? It's looking pretty detailed on it. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm glorifying no shit, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, something I went through. If y'all don't know, I got shot, yeah, a couple times, you know what I mean? 5 times to be exact. At the least, you know what I mean? The doctor said 5 to 7. Straight to the point. The day I got hit, you know what I mean, was a very tragic day. It was a couple of days before my oldest daughter's birthday. I mean, I think it was like the 11th or the 10th of October, I believe. I believe it was, you know what I mean, because her birthday's October 13th, so it had to be something like that. But it was a tragic day, and it happened so early. And I don't really have all, listen, I can't remember every little detail, but I can tell you exactly basically the rundown how it went, which was, you know what I mean, normal day, like I said, maybe like 2011 or something like that. I forgot what it was, but anyway, took my kids to school, the usual, you know what I mean, around the corner. And one thing about me, I was extra with my shit, you heard? I will, and I can't say that because it wasn't really me being extra, but it was just me being me, if you really get that, you know what I mean? Because I've always been the type in my head, and just me, like, it ain't in my head, I've always been the type to just be myself and do what I do at all times, you know what I mean? And it was really intense back then, you know what I mean? Back then, a nigga used to just move. However, nigga, I didn't feel untouchable, but I was moving like I was somewhat untouchable, you know what I mean? Youngsters out there who moving and doing what you do, you know what I mean? And feeling untouchable. Let me just give you a great key to success, you know what I mean? Which is stay under the radar. If you're making a lot of money, I know we all want to shine and show everybody what we doing, we're getting, you know what I mean, the ladies and this and that, but the smart thing to do is stay under the radar. You know what I mean? Because out of sight, out of mind. The less people know, the better it is for you, you know what I mean? And the stronger chance you have of making it, you know what I mean? Because my whole thing wasn't just selling or doing what I was doing just to do it. I had a plan, you know what I mean? And I was actually getting close to that plan. And that's just how God works, I guess, you know what I mean? It's the first time I got shot, but it's not the first time I really actually kind of, and I didn't really lose no money because they didn't get them. But I'm getting off track. But anyway, like, the best way to move is to stay under the radar, you know what I mean? The less people know, the better it is for you, you know what I mean? That's all I can tell y'all, you know what I mean? Drop my kids off. My oldest 2, around the corner at school. Came back to the house. I don't remember exactly what it is I did. Because it was no time before a nigga was knocking on my door, you heard? Around like 10 something in the morning. I mean, it was no time. That was about an hour after I dropped my kids off or some shit like that. So I'm pretty sure most likely I came back to the house, probably checking money or this and that, you know what I mean? I was always business orientated. So anyway, nigga come knocking on my door, you heard, asking me for whatever it is I had, you know what I mean? Now that it's legal, I ain't gonna say too much, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Nigga came knocking on my door for some shit, you heard, and asked me for, you know, and it was like this. The nigga who came to my door, I did not know. For shit. I ain't never seen this nigga. I ain't never heard this nigga. I don't know who the fuck this nigga was, you know what I mean? And me being who I am, I'm always on top of my shit, you know what I mean? Real talk. And so I thought I was. So yeah, the nigga asked me for whatever it is he asked for, so, you know what I mean? I asked the nigga, you know what I mean? No, first of all, I told the nigga hold up, I think. I told him to hold up. And then I went up in the house, you know what I mean? And I grabbed my burner, you know what I mean? I grabbed that thing. I came back out with that shit in my pocket, you heard? Hopefully this video don't have no problems, man, with no YouTube or nothing like that. But I went in the house and I grabbed something to protect myself. I'm gonna leave it at that. And I came back outside with the shit in my pocket. Big mistake right there, first and foremost. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in a game like that. You never, if you feeling some tension like that, nigga trying to get at you or rob you, some shit like that, you don't come outside with no shit in your pocket. You heard? You come outside with that thing right there ready to go. You know what I mean? Especially if you really feeling that. You let that nigga know what time it is, nigga. If you here for the bullshit, I'm gonna give you exactly what you coming for, you know what I mean? Because had I did that shit, might have went different, or it might have went, I don't know how it would have went, but I'm just thankful I'm here. But anyway, I went to the house, grabbed that thing, came back out, like I said, with the thing in my pocket. Like I said, y'all. The dude that asked me for that came to my door knocking. I ain't know this nigga from jump, none of that. So I go grab that. I come back outside. I actually had the whatever he asked for in my pocket too, I believe. So it's still irrelevant though. So the nigga, I asked the nigga, you know what I mean? I get at the nigga like, all right. So how I know you, how you know me, you know what I mean? And shit like that. I question the nigga like, how you know me? Who told you about this spot and all this extra shit and, or whatever, you know what I mean? And I actually think I did that before I went in the house, to be honest, y'all. I really think I did that before I went in the house. I think I got that out the way when he first asked me for the whatchamacallit. I think I got in and asked him how you know me, who sent you over here and all this extra shit, you know what I mean? To check his temperature, you know what I mean? I really feel like it went like that. But either way, it went either before or after, but we're going to say it went before. So after I did all that, like I said, I came back outside, questioned a little more, and before I know it, you know what I mean? The dude was saying something crazy, you know what I mean? We didn't have no argument, nothing like that, but I just remember him saying something crazy, like I'm a big bag, or some shit, crazy shit, you know what I mean? He said that just let me kind of knew what time it was, because as he was saying it, he was going to the waistline and getting ready to pull out, you know what I mean? So I'm already in shock like a motherfucker, like, Ace, is this shit really happening? Is really going down? After all these years you've been doing this and that, it's today the day, nigga, that you finna die, nigga. Is this the day that you finna go? You know what I mean? I got my kids, just dropped my kids off of school. I got my daughter's birthday coming soon. I got my ex-lady in the house with my newborn son, which really wasn't newborn, but, you know, a couple of months, probably a year, something like that, in the house. So, like, is this shit really going down? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I didn't really have too much time to contemplate that, because I actually seen that's what it was. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, well, I questioned the nigga or whatever, and I said before I know it, when I came back outside the second time with that thing in my pocket, which was the big mistake, never come out like that. I already gave y'all the lesson right there, lesson 1. But the nigga was coming out this waistline with the burner, you know what I mean, with the thing, and told me some crazy shit. I forgot what it was, but as he did that, I'm a quick reactor, you heard? I'm a quick reactor, you know what I mean? I always look for the bullshit. I don't really just stand there and, my mind is like, listen, I'm already so paranoid and overprotective and all shit like that. I'm always thinking ahead, and I'm just so paranoid that I'm already expecting some shit like that, you know what I mean? But I wasn't really, but I'm already like mentally prepared somewhat. So I thought, but anyway, I see the nigga pulling out, you know what I mean? So what I do is, as he pulling out, and he get all the way out, I grab the front of it, you know what I mean? I grab the front of the gun, you heard? I grab the front of the thing, you know what I mean? And we don't really wrestle too much, but I grab the front of it, excuse me, y'all, and he snatched back, you heard? So when he backed back and kind of snatched back, he didn't snatch back, but he kind of backed back and got away, you know what I mean? As he did that, you know what I mean? He started getting off on your boy, you know what I mean? That's just what it was. He started getting off on me, and that shit happened so goddamn fast, man. It's crazy. It happened so fast, and God definitely worked in mysterious ways, man, because I know he was there to protect your boy. But yeah, he started getting off on your boy, so I kind of back up and kind of don't really feel it, but I kind of feel that I'm getting hit, kind of, but not so much, you know what I mean? I didn't really feel that until I got in the house, which was exactly after he did, you know what I mean? Like I said, he got off, you know what I mean? And I kind of made my way to the door, opened my door and slammed my door. Thank God it was open, because had that door not been open, y'all, on my porch, I could have died, you know what I mean? He could have just, he already gave me 5 of them, you know what I mean? Just to let y'all know, he already shot me. He shot me, he already hit me 5 times, so. And he hit me in my arm, he hit me in my pelvis, you know what I mean? He hit me in my hip, in my butt, you know what I mean? Because as he did that, I was forward, so he was hitting me everywhere he could right here. Then as I turned around to go in the house, he hit me in my hip and in my ass, you heard? So I go up in the house. I mean, and mind y'all, like I told y'all, this nigga came to my doorstep 10 something in the morning. This ain't happening outside no gate or nothing. Like, this nigga was at my doorstep, my porch, where this shit happened, you heard? Yeah. So I'm thankful, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm so thankful, man. And I wouldn't even have Destiny Cali, you know what I mean, if it wasn't for this situation right here, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even have them. Avani wouldn't have even been born, you know what I mean? My beautiful kids that I love so much, you know what I mean? That's why I know God had a purpose for me. Even though I'm sitting here losing now, I ain't losing, you know what I mean? But even though I ain't winning like I want to be winning, all I asked God, y'all, was to keep me here for my kids and allow me to watch my kids and watch them grow and have kids and just be here to guide them, you know what I mean? Because I always know, I know that ain't nobody gonna help or guide my kids no better than me. You know what I mean? Nothing against their mom or nothing like that. Like, and I ain't talking about Maria. I'm talking about my first kid. And, you know what I mean? Destiny and Callie too. You know what I mean? I want to be here to guide them too. But at that time, I didn't have them. You know what I mean? Destiny and Callie. I only had my first BM. So, and I honestly felt like I need to be here to guide these kids. You know what I mean? Because I just felt like she ain't really have it all upstairs the right way like she should. You know what I mean? Nothing against her, but it just is what it is. I'm going to tell her how it is. So, that's all I asked God was to keep me here, you know what I mean, to be able to take care of my kids. So that's why I say right now, because I want to be winning so big. I want to be, listen, I want to be winning so big on YouTube and with my tattooing and doing whatever it is I want to do. You know what I mean? I sacrificed my whole life for my kids, you know what I mean? And sometimes I feel like God gave me that, you know what I mean? Because I be wondering sometimes why is it so hard, or why am I going through this, or why can't I have this and that, you know what I mean? But sometimes I feel like, you ask God, you know what I mean, to be able to sit here and watch your kids and take care of them and watch them grow and this and that. So I always remember that that's a blessing in itself, you know what I mean, even though I do want a lot more, you know what I mean. But that is what I asked God for, you know what I mean. He gave me that. So anytime I start feeling like, I mean, down, or like I disappointed in myself for not, you know, I'm being more successful than what I am now, you know what I mean. I always remember God got a different route for everybody, you heard, for me to just keep on striving, keep on pushing, you know what I mean, keep on going at it with what I want in life, you know what I mean, and just to continue to be here for my kids, and you know what I mean, and everything gonna be all right, you heard. But yeah, the nigga gave it to me, y'all, and like I said, when I went in the house after he did that, I got up in the house and I braced the door, you know what I mean. I backed up against the door because my ex-BM and my son, you know what I mean, which is Arvell, they was standing in the living room right there, you know what I mean, and in shock. And he was younger, but she was in shock, you know what I mean, screaming. She didn't know what the fuck was going down or how to go about it, because I opened the door, rushed up in the door, you know what I mean. She in the living room, I braced against the living room door and hold that motherfucker shut and brace my leg on the couch, you know what I mean. And then I got a nigga trying to get up in my house behind me after I got shot 5 times, you heard. I got this nigga still trying to not beat, but trying to get through the door, you know what I mean. So I braced that motherfucker and held him from getting in, because I knew if had that nigga got up in my household, he would have killed my ex-BM and probably my son, you know what I mean, all over some bread, you heard. It's crazy, man, you know what I mean. Ain't nothing worth this shit, you know what I mean. The shit that we do to get to the bag, man, killing people, like, it's just crazy, you know what I mean. Ain't no coming back from that. But anyway, yeah, so I braced the door, you know what I mean, and stopped this dude from getting up in my household, you know what I mean. He tried to get in, you know what I mean, trying to bam on the door, but I'm sitting there holding that motherfucker, you know what I mean, and stopping him from getting in, you know what I mean. And eventually he realized that he ain't have time to get up in there and get what he wanted to get, which was some money, some cash, you know what I mean, and whatever else I had, you know, because the whole thing was a robbery, obviously. It wasn't because the nigga was trying to get at me, because, you know what I mean, I ain't out here causing harm to nobody. It's the fact that, and I heard the story, you know what I mean, it's the fact that he thought I had some bread, which I did, and you know what I mean, he wanted to take that, which he did, you know what I mean. Big unsuccessful mission, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I still survived, I still won, and that just showed me, you know what I mean, deep inside how much and how deep my love is for my kids and my family, you know what I mean, because, you know, without them, I might have passed, you know what I mean? Without me pushing this iron, I ain't gonna lie to y'all neither. Without me pushing this iron, because I always been doing it. I was pretty slow at the time, too. You know what I mean? I bled out a lot. I think that iron helped me, you know what I mean? Slowed that bleeding down, even though, listen, it was a dramatic experience. I'm telling y'all. After that, after old boy left, you know what I mean? It was vicious, man. The situation was crazy, you know what I mean? I sat on the couch. I had my neighbor, you know what I mean, right there. I have everybody screaming. My sister was there because she lived in the front of the building. The homegirl was there, you know what I mean, she going crazy. My neighbor, you know what I mean, he right there. He ain't really going crazy, but he really just watching, trying to just, you know what I mean, get the situation. Me and him went and got our guns together and shit like that. Like, that's my nigga, you know what I mean. Shout out to my boy Reggie, you know what I mean, for holding me down, you know what I mean. So everybody screaming, going crazy and shit like that after the nigga, you know what I mean, that took off, you know what I mean. Because my sister wasn't back there first. Like I told you, I was just my BM and my son. My sister ran to the back from the front, you know what I mean, because she heard the shots, and then come in and see what's happening. Her twin brother is on the couch, you know what I mean, I just got shot. So they all going crazy. I tell everybody, calm down. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. I tell everybody to calm down. I'm the one who hit 5 times. Everybody else going crazy. But me, mental, you know what I mean? Real talk, man. I knew what time it was, you know what I mean? This was my life, you know what I mean, on the line. I tell everybody to calm down. Relax, you heard? I tell everybody to calm down, relax, chill out, you know what I mean? All that screaming ain't gonna get nobody nowhere. I tell the homie to cover my arm up, you know what I mean? Or my sister or whoever, you know what I mean? I tell each person to help me cover a hole where I'm bleeding from, you know what I mean? And they did that, you know what I mean? And next thing I know, you know what I mean? The ambulance there, my other homie pulled up and shit like that. I'm getting wheeled out, I'm in the back of the ambulance truck, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people in the front watching and shit like that, you know what I mean? And yeah, them ambulance got there quick and they got me to the hospital quick. Shout out to UCLA Harbor, you know what I mean, for holding me down, because without them, I wouldn't be here, you heard? I don't know who the doctor is or the nurses or none of them, but I just want to let all y'all know, you know what I mean? Even if y'all don't even hear this, anybody who work at UCLA Harbor or any hospitals who holding it down, helping people survive and not die. Much love to y'all, you know what I mean? Because y'all did that shit for me, you know what I mean? So anyway, like I said, man, after everybody going crazy in the household and all this extra shit, I tell everybody calm down, relax. I'm the one who hit, you know what I mean? Y'all just cover me up, cover this hole here, cover this one here, help me right here, you know what I mean? Call an ambulance, you know what I mean? Get them here so I can go handle my business and get to this hospital and hopefully survive the situation, y'all. But let me tell y'all know like them Japanese movies when the blood be squirting and all that extra shit? Y'all know what I'm talking about? When they, if y'all ever watch Japanese animated movies, y'all know what I'm talking about. When people get they shit sliced off and all that extra shit and you got blood squirting, all that extra shit, that shit is real. I mean, that shit is real. That shit I actually watched that shit happen to me with my arm, you know what I mean? I got hit in my left arm and it's crazy, man. I actually watched the blood like just squirt like straight faucet, like just not really faucet, but squirts. Like it squirted from like here all the way across the room. And I'm talking about some distance, like with some pressure, y'all, like PSI, like for real. Squirted all the way across the room, you know what I mean? So that shit bugged the fuck up. That shit bugged me out, you know what I mean? And at the same time, what I felt, y'all, was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? My strength was there, but at the same time, I felt my soul leaving my body, you heard? I feel like I was getting drained, you know what I mean? I was getting tired, you heard? That's basically how it happened. And then at the same time, while I'm standing up, I actually feel my leg going out. So I ended up having to sit on the ground because I got hit in the hip, you know what I mean? So my hip, I couldn't stand up no more after a while, you know what I mean? After adrenaline was going kind of, and I kind of caught on, like I had to sit down on the floor because I couldn't walk no more, you know what I mean? My leg wasn't working no more. Like, it was wild, y'all, you know what I mean? Now that I recapped the situation, man, I'm just thankful to be here. But yeah, my leg went out, man, and I had to lay on the ground and on the floor in the living room, and whole carpet soaked up with blood everywhere and this and that. And you know what I mean? Just my twin sister, she really helped me too, y'all. Like, cause I looked at my twin sister's eyes, man. You should have seen, like, her eyes were so big and scared. Like, she was so scared. And I don't know, man, when I seen that shit, cause like I told y'all, I was draining, and I ain't lying to y'all, man. I ain't capping on shit. Like, my body was draining. I ain't even lying, y'all. My soul was leaving my body. It was draining, like, and I looked at my twin sister's eyes and seen her big eyes, you know what I mean? Cause my mom, her shit ain't got big eyes like that, but when she gets scared and shit, her eyes get big kind of or something like that. So I remember my mom used to be saying, like, capping on her sometimes about the big eyes. But anyway, R.I.P. to my mom, I miss her. But I saw her eyes, y'all, and that shit did something to me, man. That shit like re-energized the nigga. I ain't even lie, man. I looked in her eyes, y'all, and seen her scared. Like, it re-energized you, man. It reboosted a nigga. Like, it gave me an extra energy pack. I don't know what it was. It's God, angels, or whatever. But that's exactly what I felt after that, getting drained. Like I said, I looked at my twin sister's eyes, and she was so scared, and just, I don't know. I guess I just felt like, man, Ace, you gotta be here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you can't leave her. You can't leave your kids. You know what I mean? You already gotta be here for the kids, you know. But it's more than just that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be here to stand strong for your twin sister. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Some of the people around you. So that helped me to survive. Like I said, man. Like, that shit gave me a real big energy boost, and I just thank God for that, because I don't know. Maybe if I wouldn't have got that little energy boost, maybe I wouldn't have made it though. But anyway, that's like the last thing I remember really, was her giving me them scary eyes, me getting re-energized, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? After that, you know what I mean? Took a couple of minutes, ambulance pulled up, took me to UCLA Harbor, you know what I mean? My whole mentality, my whole mental was like, Ace, just keep your eyes open and don't go to sleep, you know what I mean? That was my whole thing, like, don't go to sleep, because I felt like if I went to sleep, I wouldn't wake up, you heard? No cap, that's like what it was. Like, if you go to sleep, nigga, you are not finna wake up, bruh. So I stayed awake, you know what I mean? And the whole ride, I made sure I stayed awake, you know what I mean? 5 bullets in me, man. I thank God, man. Like, real talking. We ain't talking about no little gun neither. Ain't no deuce or no shit like that, you know what I mean? The nigga had a big piece, like a 9 or some shit. I ain't capping to y'all, man. Real talk. Nigga came to handle his business, you know what I mean? Like, for real. But, yeah, I just made sure I stayed up in that hospital, in that ambulance, and, I just wanted to make it to the hospital, and the only thing I wanted to do was make sure the last thing I remember before I did pass out was just asking the doctor, you know what I mean, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna stay alive? You know what I mean? That's all I needed, you know what I mean, was to hear from the doctor say yes. And you know what I mean, I felt like he was being honest with me, you know what I mean? It ain't like I really had too much time to really judge him anyway. Like, I asked him, was I gonna stay alive? Was I gonna make it? He said yeah. And after that, that's all I remember, man. I passed out, gave up after that, and let them do what they did when I was at the hospital. And you know what I mean? Shit, I just remember waking up, you know what I mean, with tubes in my throat, and you know what I mean? Shit in my penis. Like, I just remember waking up. Y'all know how it go, man. If y'all don't know, when you on a machine and shit breathing and all that extra shit helping you breathe, like, it's rough. They had to give me some more blood because I had lost so much blood. So the situation was crazy than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. So times changed now, but you still got motherfuckers out there slanging and doing what they do. The shit I was doing is legal now. Not to say I wasn't doing some other stuff at the time too, because my hands was full, y'all. I was busy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was busier than a motherfucker. Anybody watching this video who know Ace, comment down below, you know what I mean? For anybody who don't believe me, comment down below. Let a nigga know how Ace used to get down. You know what I mean? I ain't glorifying nothing, but I do feel good about how strong my hustle was and how strong my hustle can be. That's why I just be waiting now, you know what I mean? I just be asking God to bring me a new legal hustle, you know what I mean? And help me get on to that motherfucker to where I can get my shit going like it used to. Cause once I get to going and get to doing something I love doing, you know what I mean? I'm good at saving money, y'all, and I'm good at making that shit. But better yet, I'm good at saving and stacking that shit. Real talk, and I love doing that. Like, you know what I mean? It's a proper procedure and a way to do things, I feel, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas want to get a bag and go out there and shine too goddamn quick. And fuck shining, period, anyway. But a lot of niggas want to get a bag and go out there and portray like they really up, you know what I mean? When they really just ain't up like that, you know what I mean? When you really running back to the house after you did all this and shine for the day and portray like you really that nigga, now you back at the house counting your money up and seeing how you can stretch it and where you... I wasn't that type of nigga. I always want to stack my bread so I wouldn't have to go home and count my shit. I want to go buy shit. I don't want to have to count how much I got. I want to already know, nigga, you on point, you know what I mean? That's just the way I get down with my shit. That's how I used to get down. And that's how I still get out with my shit. That's why y'all don't see me doing a lot of shit. Like, I got shoes in the closet. I don't got clothes crazy, but it ain't like I can't get dressed and do this and that and get out here and look super good like a nigga worth $1 million. It ain't like I can't do that. I just don't do it because that's just not the way I roll, you know what I mean? I like to have a full circle. I want everything to be on point. I want my mental to be on point. I want my finances to be on point. I want my body to be on point, you know what I mean? And I want everything that I want to be on point in order for me to get out there and do what I want to do, you know what I mean? So that's just what it is with me, you know what I mean? I just don't like to get out there with a little bit of cash and be doing all this shit and come home and have to count how much I got it now. I don't like to do that shit. That's just not me. That ain't never been my way, and that ain't gonna never be my way, you know what I mean? Like I said right now, yeah, I'm going through the struggles. I ain't tripping on shit though. Because I believe in me more than anybody else do. I know what I'm capable of. I got great things coming. Y'all gotta see me, the camera died. I'm finna cut this anyway. Hopefully it didn't go too long. But I know I got great things coming, so that's just a story on how it went that day, you know what I mean? I don't know if I probably didn't give too many details, but hopefully y'all like that story, man. If y'all do fuck with my stories, man, y'all let me know. Because I got a couple of more stories here and there, you know what I mean? A shit that I done been through, you know what I mean? I ain't got a detail for detail, but I can, you know what I mean, paint the picture and let y'all, I ain't gonna cap on no shit, but I can definitely let y'all know what it is and how I feel about shit and what I went through and the experience and, you know what I mean, little shit like this right here. So, like I said, if y'all fucking with your boy, man, y'all go ahead and drop that like on this video. Let me know in the comment section. I'm just happy to do another video and drop this video for y'all because it's been like 10 days since I uploaded besides the last video, which I uploaded today. So, if I got to, I'm gonna keep on pumping these story times because at the end of the day, I just feel like I gotta give y'all something in order to keep this channel going, you know what I mean? I don't wanna have y'all waiting, but it just is what it is. Believe me, it fucks my head up way more than it does y'all because I love doing this shit and I love the channel. I done worked so hard for this. Like I done grinded so many hours, even if it don't really look like it, I have, man. I done grinded so many hours to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers, you know what I mean? It's a lot of motherfuckers who give up, man. And I feel like, man, this is maybe just the big hill I need to get over, you know what I mean, in order to get to that beautiful place. So only God knows, and in due time we'll know, you know what I mean? But with the support of y'all, that's how we gonna make it, y'all. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You already know what it is, your boy Ace. And I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. Stop playing with your boy, you know.